What's the worst type of life insurance? I think in order to answer that question, you have to ask yourself, what's the purpose of purchasing the life insurance in the first place? If you go to the restaurant, depending on what you're ordering, is going to determine what utensils your server is going to bring you out. It would make absolutely no sense for your server to bring you out forks if you ordered soup. Unless it is that you're planning on putting the bowl to your head and then using the fork to eat whatever is left over in the bowl. But I'm sure that's not what you'd want to do, right? So understanding exactly what's the primary purpose of the life insurance in the first place would be very helpful to determine whether or not it actually will be able to meet your needs, which that's the worst one, right? I'd say the worst one is ultimately the policy that doesn't actually meet your needs. Now, we talked about the different kind of policies, term, right? Permanent policies, and the different kind of permanent policies being whole life, universal life, right? If it is that you have a temporary need, a term policy will fill the gap. If it is that you have a permanent need, estate taxes, right? A permanent policy would be more fitting, unless it is that you're getting a term policy that has a conversion privilege that will allow you to convert later. But if it doesn't, then a term policy would not fit a permanent need. Now, I'm personally offering the opportunity, if it is that you have a policy and you're not 100% sure as to whether or not it meets your need, I'll put my calendar in the description. I personally will take a look at it for you and let you know based on your individual circumstance as to whether or not it will meet your need. Now, if it is that you're watching this video and you're still trying to figure out whether or not you even need life insurance based on your circumstances, I recently I recently wrote this book, right? The Missing Piece of Your Wealth Plan, and pretty much how you use life insurance to transfer wealth. What I outline in this book is the different ways that folks have created wealth over time and the gaps that exist, and how you can use life insurance to mitigate those gaps that exist with your wealth transfer. You could find that on Amazon. If you go to Amazon.com, type in my first and last name, Terrence Fenton, you'll be able to find that book. But again, if you haven't subscribed, you need to subscribe. And I'm looking forward to see you on the next one.